there be light? And there was light. In doing activities every day, we need light to see things clearly. Consider light when it reaches the surface of an object. The following can be observed. Light can be absorbed, scattered, and reflected. Now let's go to the characteristics of light. The brightness and dimness of our surrounding is referred to as the intensity of light. Hence, to the intensity of its brightness, it is the intensity of light source with its surrounding. The color is a property possessed by an object by producing different sensations of the eye as a result of how objects reflects or emits light. The history of light. Physicists like Maxwell interpreted the concept of light through equations, while Planck, Einstein, and other physicists used the quantum theory. Using this principle, electromagnetic radiation consists of particles such as photons and has packets of energy called quanta and more at a speed of light. Experiments show that it is sometimes a wave of a particle, or both, that there is no model to describe light, but because of the amazing finding of a great scientist and common experience, the concept of light has been explained. Types of light. To understand light, you have to know what we call light is divisible to us. Invisible light is the light that human can see. Other animals can see different types of light. Dogs can only see shades of gray, and some insects can only see light from the ultraviolet part of the quantum or the spectrum. The key thing to remember is that our light is what scientists call visible light. Scientists also call light electromagnetic radiation. Visible light is only what one small portion of a family of waves called electromagnetic radiation. The entire spectrum of these EM waves include radio waves, which have very long wavelengths, and both gamma rays and cosmic rays, which are at the other end of the spectrum and have very small wavelengths. Visible light is near to the middle of the spectrum. Making light. There are two basic types of light sources. There is incandescence, which involves the vibration of the entire atom, and the luminescence, that involves only the electrons. Now, incandescent light is produced when atoms are heated and release their thermal vibration of electromagnetic radiation. The most common type of light that you see every day, such as sunlight, regular light bulbs, and fires, are source of light. Unlike incandescent light, luminescent light occurs at a lower temperature because it is produced when an electron releases some of its energy to electromagnetic radiation. Continued luminescence requires a boost to continuously give the electrons enough energy to go to the higher energy level and keep the cycle going. This boost may be provided by so many sources, such as electric current, like fluorescent light, neon light, mercury vapor street lights, LEDs, television screens, and computer monitors.
Do you know how harmful UV light is? Ultraviolet light is a type of electromagnetic radiation that makes blacklight posters glow and is responsible for summer tans and sunburns. However, too much exposure to UV radiation is damaging to living tissue. Exposure to UV rays can cause premature aging of the skin, and signs of sun damage such as wrinkles, leathery skin, liver spots, actinic keratosis, and solar elastosis. UV rays can also cause eye problems. They can cause the cornea on the front of the eye to become inflamed or burned. Here are some of the negative effects of UV light. Causes skin cancer. UV is an environmental carcinogen. It's the most prominent universal cancer-causing agent in our environment. There is very strong evidence that each of the 3 main kinds of skin cancer, basal cell carcinoma, squamous cell carcinoma, and melanoma is caused by sun exposure. Research shows that as many as 90% of skin cancers are due to UV radiation. Next is causes sunburn. UV burns the skin. Sunburn is a burn that occurs when skin cells are damaged. This damage to the skin is caused by the absorption of energy from UV rays. Extra blood flows to the damaged skin in an attempt to repair it, which is why your skin turns red when you are sunburned. Next is damages immune system. Overexposure to UV radiation has a harmful suppressing effect on the immune system. Scientists believe that sunburn can change the distribution and function of disease-fighting white blood cells in humans for up to 24 hours after exposure to the sun. Repeated overexposure to UV radiation can cause even more damage to the body's immune system. The immune system defends the body against bacteria, microbes, viruses, toxins, and parasites, disease, and infections. You can see how effective the immune system is by looking at how victim someone decays when it dies and the immune system stops working. Damages eyes. Prolonged exposure to UV or high intensities of UV, for example in sunbeds, damages the tissue of eyes and can cause a burning of the eye surface called snow blindness or photokeratitis. The effect usually disappears within a couple of days, but may lead to further complications later in life. In 1998, the Journal of the American Medical Association reported that even low amounts of sunlight increase the risk of developing eye damage, such as cataracts, which left untreated will cause blindness, pterygium, and pinguecula. UV damage to the eyes is cumulative, so it is never too late to start protecting the eyes. Ages skin. UV speeds up the aging of skin since the UV destroys collagen and connective tissue beneath the top layer of the skin. This causes wrinkles, brown liver spots, and loss of skin elasticity. The difference between skin tone, wrinkles, or pigmentation on the underside of a person's arm and the top side of the same arm illustrates the effects of sun exposure on skin. Otherwise, though a tan may look good now, you could be paying for it with wrinkly, leathery skin or skin cancer later, so we should avoid sun exposure.
In conclusion, light is a necessity to us humans, plants, and animals.